Turning 60 is one of those big milestones that you think you're ready for, like when you turn 40, 50, but you don't always realize the roller coaster that you end up on. And that's what happened to me. I just want to talk about what I went through, how I thought I was just fine with turning 60, the roller coaster of emotion that happened, and then how I am now. So I thought I'd come out here into the woods, but I'm a little bit nervous because it is spring after all, and we do have bears here. There's just a young guy, looks like on a bicycle. It's really pretty here. Look at it. This is a little bridge, and down there, when there's a lot more water, it's more of a creek. Now it's just got a little tiny trickle of water. Oops. But isn't it pretty out here? Anyway, let's see if I can do this. Hi, I'm Anneli, and if you're new here, I'm a wife, mother, grandmother, nurse, and I just turned 60, and I wanted to talk about how I felt turning 60 and how I feel now that I am 60. I actually made some notes, but this is just so I don't ramble too much. I don't know how you felt during the different milestones. I guess those would be hi. Okay, this is a big milestone for me to stand out here, relatively in the middle of nowhere, and not put the camera away. This is huge for me because sometimes, or most of the time, I would do that. Put it away because it feels a bit embarrassing. This video isn't for you if you feel like this has no impact on you, birthdays and things like that. But if it's something that you're wondering about, I'll just tell you how I felt. And this is just my own personal experience. And I'm sure there's so many varieties of this experience and how we all feel emotionally. But I really didn't have an issue when I was 40. I don't even really remember all that many emotions about that, and the same for 50. I remember turning 50 and feeling like it's a big thing, but I didn't have any lasting kind of emotional feelings, and I don't remember being in any kind of turmoil or funk about it either. So this took me a little bit by surprise because I figured that I was going to feel something a little bit deeper this time around. So I was preparing myself. I even made videos about how, I'm got all these goals and these are the things I'm going to hit when I turn this age. And so I was prepping myself for a possible emotional kind of a funk. And then as the time drew closer, and my birthday was just a week ago, it just all of a sudden hit me. And I ended up feeling like, I don't know, this incredible feeling of loss and a feeling like just sadness. And it's not for anything that I don't physically have or a loss of a person. It was just the impending feeling of loss of time. That's the biggest thing. That's the thing that surprised me the most. It's not about the things that I don't have, the things that I wish I'd done, the things that I wished I'd accomplished. It was just the knowing that the time is becoming less and less. That's where I felt the impact. And I was surprised by that. I thought I would be sad because I didn't hit all the goals that I'd set for myself. But no, it wasn't nothing to do with that. It was just the looking into the future and thinking about, and I'll start crying if I even talk about it now, about my kids and grandkids. Then I thought, well, I've gone through this. I've lost both my parents, lost aunts, lost a lot of people in my family, even on my husband's side. And I've seen a lot of loss in emergency and ICU. You know, seeing how it affects their loved ones. So anyways, that was the thing. It was just the loss of time that hit me that was so unexpected. And I didn't notice this type of thing when I turned 40 and 50. I even thought about, you know, my goodness, is this something that I'm going to maybe need to see a doctor and talk about an antidepressant? I've had to, you know, do that once in a while due to situational things that have caused me to not feel so great and have to get something to help me get through these stages. And I think I'm on the other side of it. I'm getting there. It's it's not like I didn't fall into a clinical depression, but it was just the impact of that birthday and the thoughts of time just hit me really hard. So the weekend of my birthday was really quite a struggle. I just had to go through the motions, and I let myself feel sorry for myself. I let myself not do anything. It was kind of sad, but what's the point of fighting it? I've probably, like you, have experienced times where you have to push through things, and I only had to push through certain family gatherings at that point, and then I could just let myself wallow in the feelings and just get through it. And I think that's probably what's helped me kind of start rising up from that. But if you've experienced something like this and have felt this type of deep feeling and sadness, let me know in the comments. I am curious how other people deal with it and what they've done to help. One thing I did years ago, I was listening to a book. I couldn't even remember the name of the book. But at the time, I thought, oh my gosh, I forced myself to listen to it. I thought it was way too out there for me. But the person made points, and I couldn't, all I remember is just these little bits from the book about being in the present and now is all that you have and all that matters and things like that. I literally put that into a Google search because I wanted to find out what the book was. And you know what the book was that I listened to? It was the book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's a really famous book. I couldn't remember it, but I have actually, since listening to it and thinking it was so out there for me, I have thought about that book and the little things like it's the now that matters. Everything is perfect right now. And I'm probably paraphrasing this all wrong, but the gist of it is that there is only the here and now in this moment. I actually was thinking about that and realizing, okay, this is life and this is the here and now that I have to embrace, and somehow millions and millions of other people have gone through this. I can get through this too. And I think the only thing that really helped me is that I let myself wallow in these feelings and just feel it all and be miserable, be sad. And then slowly I started to notice that, okay, I can start planning again. I can start feeling hopeful. I can start being excited and thinking about things. This is not easy, I think. And some people, I think even if you've got everything that you absolutely always wanted to attain, I think even if you're like have hit all your goals, whatever it is, career, home, physical health, I think you still might have these feelings because it was none of the above that was what impacted me the most. It was just knowing that there's only so many more summers and Christmases to be had. And I'm not even going to think about that right now because that's what will get me further into that again. And I think I'm going to have to re-listen or read that book again because it must have had an impact on me to think about it, 6, 7 years later. And when I was reading some reviews on that book, it did say that people have reread it or gone back to it and they've picked up some other little nuggets from it. But that's all I remembered really was like, it's only the here and now that you have. And it's a perfect moment. And this is all you need to think about is the here and now and the present. Anyways, going forward, this is going to be a good year. And if you've felt any of these feelings and thoughts, let us all know. I'm going to continue my walk in the beautiful forest. It's early in the morning and I'm going to go out and meet my daughter. It's still part of the birthday celebration this weekend, so I'll do that. And if you happen to like this video, give it a thumbs up because it does help the channel to spread it out so other people can see it. And I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Anyways, I hope you have a great week and I will see you in the next video and it will be more upbeat, I think. Have a great week. Bye.